Donald Trump is a super spreader. Every county that he has a rally in, it increases the spread of the virus. He's an assassin. The president is an assassin. Let's check out this on Rachel Maddow and you'll see what I'm talking about.
I love that the president at the debate last night tried to spin the idea that COVID is basically only a blue state problem. The president in the last week has told us that COVID is caused by masks, and he tried to sell us last night that it's caused by blue state governors. Meanwhile, North Dakota has the worst COVID outbreak on earth, and North Idaho has nowhere to put their patients anymore. But the president is cheering on the anti-mask folks there, and the local officials are listening. This was President Trump's visit today to the largest retirement village in America. It's a retirement village. So that means it's all older Americans in this crowd. Let the record show, let history note that this is what the President of the United States did today, on the day the country had more new COVID than any other day thus far in the entire pandemic. That's how he gathered his fellow Americans together today. So close. Get closer. Get close. Anybody wearing a mask in that picture? See, neck pace of rallies in battleground states during the final days of his re-election campaign, defying public health guidelines as a wave of new coronavirus cases smacks the United States. Trump will stage 6 rallies over the next 3 days in Florida, Ohio, Wisconsin, North Carolina, and New Hampshire as he rushes to make up ground on Democratic nominee Joe Biden. The president is expected to draw thousands of unmasked supporters to each of these rallies, running the risk of seeding new outbreaks as virus cases hit levels unseen since the summer. And now we know surpassing even the worst of the summer. USA Today tonight. Quote, as President Donald Trump jetted across the country holding campaign rallies during the past 2 months, he didn't just defy state orders and federal health guidelines, he left a trail of coronavirus outbreaks in his wake. When U.S. cases started climbing in mid-September, Trump did not alter his campaign schedule, but continued holding an average of 4 rallies a week. You know, it is one thing to be mad at this president for presiding over the worst botched COVID response of any nation on earth, and 220,000 of our fellow Americans paying with their lives because of it, right? It's one thing to be mad about him botching the response in terms of governance, including the news just tonight that it turns out he disbanded the Federal Vaccine Safety Office last year. You'll recall he also disbanded the Global Health Security Office at the White House in 2018 because that's something Obama made, so it must be terrible. So he got rid of it, and then we got the coronavirus, and then we got it worse than anywhere else on Earth. But it is another thing to come to the realization that he really is Johnny Appleseeding this thing all over the country. I mean, he's like a universal donor for this thing. His actual campaign, his personal ego-feeding desire to do large, in-person, unmasked events, even specifically at events reserved just for old people, even in places where the virus is running rampant and the hospitals are full to bursting. That isn't just, you know, callous or tone-deaf. That is one of the things that is driving this epidemic into the stratosphere right now, right as we head into the election. He's an epidemiological menace.
He is an epidemiological menace. I call him an assassin. And then Daniel Ledo takes offense to that. No, sir. An assassin is somebody who goes out and targets people. He is targeting his own people to fill them up with the coronavirus, killing much of them as he tries to attain herd immunity on their backs. That is a perfect definition of an assassin. And Daniel Ledo also said, and the reason I speak to what Daniel Ledo says is because the fallacies that he puts out is what a lot of the right wing put out to try to gain people with a false ideology. He says the following, by the way, if the government pays 90% of your income, they own you, i.e. government healthcare. Egberto wants to play rhetorical tricks to deceive you. Not at all. You know, one of the things I learned, I'm a naturalized American citizen, and what I love about America is that it has an elastic constitution that has grown, has matured, has liberalized, has become progressive. And not only that, its original intent in words, it meant something, right? Even though it couldn't have lived up to it because of all the technicalities and some aberrations within it. The basic premise, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more union. Here's the deal. The government is we the people. The government is we the people. So here is the deal. Daniel Ledo says, by the way, if government pays 90% of your income, then they own you. No, if we, the people, pays 90% of your income, then I have an allegiance to those people who I work for. As a person who is within this society, I am happy to work for my people, the people of my country, the people of society, we the people. You see, the selfishness within the evangelical movement, the selfishness within the ideological right. Me, me, me. They own you. No, I serve them. I serve you. We, the people of the United States, if they are the ones that are making things possible for us all, then we us all serve. What did Kennedy say? Don't ask what the country can do for you. Ask what you can do. Those are our values. This individualistic menace isn't. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.